a resort town near Trivandrum, not very far from Trivandrum. I'm sitting here with my laptop, soaking in the sun, reading, so doing something meaningful, and at the same time getting all the sunshine I need to boost my vitamin D levels from really pitiful levels that I had when I came here from Seattle. And now I think it should be back to normal, and it was a fun way to do it instead of drinking vitamin A and D fortified milk. So I would encourage you to come here and hear from Preeti what the benefits of vitamin D are and what harm can be done if you don't have enough vitamin D.
Yeah, so vitamin D is a sunshine vitamin. It's very essential for human health because the lack of it can cause brittle bones, lack of development of bones in small children, to cause a case called rickets, and it can also cause other diseases like immunosuppressant. It can be a cause factor for depression, anxiety, muscle pain, and arthralgia, joint pains, etc. Most orthopedicians encounter quite a lot during surgeries after a fall that how brittle the bone is. Interestingly, you need one major factor called the sunlight, which so hence vitamin D is called a sunshine vitamin, and you need the sunlight which has to fall on the skin, which actually is used to convert from the inactive form vitamin D, which is absorbed, the D2 form, which is converted to the D3 form, the active form via the kidney. It is converted, and which is needed for the calcium homeostasis, that is absorption of calcium from the intestine, and the absorption of calcium to utilized for making the bones. It's also combined with the parathyroid hormones to maintain a calcium hemostasis. So it is also known that vitamin D is essential. How vitamin D is absorbed, that you have to spend at least about 30 minutes 3 days a week in sunshine. The best time to get this sunshine is between 10 and 3 that we see here in Puvar. You see this beautiful thing. This is where you need the vitamin D. You need the sunshine. You need to eat the vitamin D rich foods like the salmon, the cod, the sardines, the fish. The fish oils are very big in vitamin D. The natural sources, the other sources are like milk, egg yolk, mushrooms, soy. It could be fortified in the milk or the soy protein or other foods, and some dry fruits like almonds, etc. have the vitamin D. We find that the fairer the skin, the easier is the absorption of the vitamin D. Darker skin need more time for absorption of, and it's more difficult, more time in the sun for absorption of this vitamin D. And it is also that the elderly, the above 50, you need more time in the sun to get the vitamin D absorbed. And also there are other conditions where the of liver and kidney failure, where it is not converted into the active form that efficiently. So you find that if for the vegans or those who are lactose intolerant, you can use something like the orange juice which is fortified with vitamin D to give the adequate amount of vitamin D. So what is the necessary thing? You have to go to a medical professional to actually diagnose. We can quantify the amount through lab results, and also through various imaging tests. You know how whether your bones are brittle, and it can be supplemented. So it can be, you need a daily dose of vitamin D, somewhere between 2000 to 4000, and it should actually be given preferably in a daily dose over 4 to 6 weeks, by which it is enough to supplement the amount of vitamin D in the body. And can there be a case of overdose of vitamin D? Yeah, you can have an overdose of vitamin D. Is that it is shown that when you are giving too much vitamin D along with cod liver oil, you can have vitamin A and vitamin D overdose, which is seen as could be in terms of fatigue, nausea, excessive urination, ataxia, etc. So you need to have the right amount of vitamin D in this. Vitamin D is found to be so essential that it can be preventative in various diseases like lifestyle diseases of diabetes, also maintaining the cardiovascular condition to be better, and also to prevention of various cancers like colon cancer, breast cancer, etc., prevention of asthma, and it has also been found to increase the immunity in a person. This is particularly seen that where in those areas where the sunlight is very low, like in those countries where there is heavy snowfall, and or the person is very deficient in the diet, like in old age homes, etc., where the vitamin D supplementation is so essential. And this vitamin D is so easily obtained by sunlight. So this is one of the best ways to get the vitamin D in the right quantity. It also can prevent some diseases like multiple sclerosis, where you need vitamin D. So concentrating on this and doing a proper technique of workup is very essential in the vitamin D supplementation. So bringing a huge thing is take your break, go out in the sunshine, spend time in the sunshine, don't remain cooped up in the rooms. You have where the sun, sand and the water meets, you have the food, you have the sunshine and everything, all the natural ingredients to make the vitamin D. This has been particularly found during these COVID times. You can see how the water comes in, the sunlight is the right amount of sunlight. So you have certain equatorial countries where you have the high UVB radiation which you need to get the right amount of vitamin D spending time, whereas many areas where there is covered in snow for a long time, the winter months are prolonged, the vitamin D levels remain low. It is also necessary for sleep health, it's also necessary for the hair health, having good healthy hair, good healthy bones, preventing rickets in children. So this is all what we need, and it's so simple. It's so simple that you can get all this. You have your fish in the water, you have your sunshine, and you have pleasure. So have a happy holidays. So it's so important to take a break for your mental peace. Thank you.